Hello trainers and shiny hunters, it's Elite Trainer Lynn. To prove your strength in the Pokemon world, you have to earn badges by beating some of the strongest trainers in the region, the gym leaders. They all focus on a single type, except for Blue. He couldn't be champion for more than 5 minutes and now he can't run the gym properly. So no wonder he took time off to go to Elysa. Anyway, there are currently 62 gym leaders, if I counted them correctly, which I might not have, but I think there's 62 gym leaders in the game, and here are the 10 I think are the best. Number 10 is Maylene. She's a cool girl who loves fighting, she has pink hair and I love pink hair, so even more reason for me to like her. She has Lucario, which is kind of an iconic Gen 4 Pokemon, and despite being a gym leader, she is like really unsure of her own strength, which kind of makes her relatable for insecure people like me. But yeah, she's just a cool girl and I really like her. Her official artwork is super great because she's in a fighting pose and she looks strong and fierce. At the same time, she looks a little bit like surprised or insecure, so it kind of captured her personality really well. Number 9 is Viola. A photographer and any gym leader that has a passion outside of battling I'm probably gonna like, especially if that passion happens to be kind of creative. Like for example, taking photos. I think it's cool that she's sisters with Elysa, who's a journalist, and it's always nice when they have family connections because it just makes them seem a bit more deep, like as characters, so that's a nice touch. And even though bug type isn't really my favorite type, she only actually uses bug types that I think are really cute. It's Masquerain and Vivian and Serge, so she's giving me a more positive image of the type. I'm so glad Game Freak made Black and White 2 because we got Marwin. And he's so carefree, he doesn't even know who Team Plasma are, and this is Black and White 2. Team Plasma has been terrorizing the region for years. Like, how did he manage to not even know about them? I love his gym though. It's so cute and it's so fun. It's got pools and giant lily pads that you can ride on, and cute little islands with palm trees and flowers. I just love his gym so much, it's so great. I want to live in it. But there's actually one thing about Marwin that I really don't like, and it's his skin colors. Because when I first saw him, I thought it was so cool that they had made another character with darker skin. But upon looking closer, I noticed that nope, he's actually really pale but happens to have a tan. And I don't like it because, one, we didn't have a lot of naturally darker skin trainers and they just cheated us out of one by making him actually really pale. And two, his tan lines are pretty ugly, which would have been fine if it wasn't for the fact that they don't make sense. Like, you want me to believe that it somehow always has his feet completely covered up. Like, how does he take off his flip-flops and put on boots to go swimming so his feet doesn't tan, but like his upper body doesn't make sense. And then I realized they did that so he's literally half black and half white. And it also reflects his kind of chill personality of how things aren't always black or white. It's actually kind of brilliant. Kind of still. Yeah, I don't know. And number 7, Rowley, the second fighting type gym leader on this list, and he's also a surfer, and I think that's a really interesting combination. Like, why is he not a water type trainer? Who knows? Such a mystery. But unlike Marwin, he is a more athletic and focused trainer, and he seems like a proper gym leader. And I can't believe they actually turned his gym into a gym. That's hilarious. Good one, Game Freak. When I was younger, I watched the Hoenn anime on TV, and in my mind, Rowley looked super, really awesome and cool in the episodes he were in. But then I looked up images, and apparently he actually looked like this. Yeah, no, this is the one time I will admit to nostalgia making things seem better. Or maybe I just had incredibly terrible taste as a kid. That's also a plausible explanation. I'm super happy how they redid his design for the Auras remakes, because he looks so much sportier and more like a surfer and like a tough gym leader, rather than just random guy. Number 6 is Volkner, and he's just so cool. He's the mysterious brooding guy every teenage female protagonist wants, and really he's just depressed because he's bored. Which is funny and a little bit depressing. But yeah, he completely renovated the whole gym just because he was bored, and he accidentally caused a blackout in the whole city, just out of boredom, and I feel bad for him. But he does have a really great friend in Flint, who tries to cheer him up, which is really sweet. But yeah, mostly I just like his design, because his jacket kind of reminds me of a military jacket, which also reminds me of number 5. Lieutenant Serge! Yeah, another electric type gym leader. One of the few episodes of the anime I had on like a VHS tape when I was a kid was the one where Ash battles Lieutenant Serge, and my favorite Pokemon back then was Raichu, and he had one. So of course I thought he was a cool gym leader. So from watching the tape over and over and over and over again, I now have fond memories of seeing him and Raichu. And he's probably the gym leader I was the most excited to battle in the games because of it. And his gym really sucks though, like it's literally the worst gym. It's so bad. You just go through trash cans. Why? And now they're making you redo it again in Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. It should be called Let's Go Through the Trash Cans, because that's what you're all going to do. And so am I, because I'm still gonna buy the game. Number 4, Erika. Another original Gen 1 trainer. I just love her traditional style. Honestly, one of the main reasons I like her is that she's kind of a fashion icon. She gets drawn in so many different clothes, and her creative passion is arranging flowers, and who doesn't love flowers? They're pretty. And she has also made a great decision of only using Pokemon she thinks are beautiful. And lucky for her, grass types have some of the most beautiful designs. Look at all these artwork. This is from Jello. She looks really pretty but plain. And then there's the official artwork from Fire and Leaf Green, and she has this red and yellow now. And she keeps the yellow for Heart Gold and Soul Silver. Ugh, she looks so pretty in all of them. Number 3, Elysa. And Jazz Queen Elysa is the elegant model who battles with electric types. And yeah, I know, another electric type gym leader, and my mascot is Dedenne. You should have seen it coming. And models are super cool. I love how they can create art with their bodies and faces, and I love how she looks, and I love the fact that they redesigned her look for Black and White 2, and a model wouldn't keep the same look for years, so it's more realistic. I think Elysa's gym is one of the most creative and amazing ones, because it's a catwalk and there's an audience. And I really don't want to lose in front of this audience. I don't want to look like a bad trainer. So these battles were like super intense for me, because I really had to win. And number 2 goes to 2 gym leaders, Tate and Elysa. And they're adorable, but also powerful trainers. And first of all, they're the only double battle for gym leaders, that is. And I like how they were referenced to twins having psychic powers, even if it's kind of stereotypical. And it's so cool how they use Solrock and Lunatone, and they live in the same town as Steven Stone in the Space Center, like Space and Rocks. And I'm pretty sure they're supposed to be kind of Chinese, well, the Chinese equivalent of the Pokemon world, I guess, which means maybe we'll get a Chinese region one day, hopefully. Because they have Chinese names, being Hu and Lao, and their clothes are kind of Chinese inspired, and they're super cute and adorable. And I love their redesign because it has little stars on it, so cute. They're just my cute little cuties. And number 1 is Valerie, because she has everything. Her design is beautiful, she's a fashion designer, and I'm a designer myself, so of course I can relate to her. And she has the prettiest gym building. It's in an actual tree, and when I designed my own gym, I also happened to put it in a tree. But I swear, until this very moment, I didn't actually realize that I probably stole the idea from this gym. My gym is very different than hers though, and you should check it out in the link in the description. On the inside of Valerie's gym, she has like the cutest dollhouse look, and her gym trainers also have great clothes that we can assume she designed herself. And she is originally from Johto, most likely related to the Kimono Girls in Ecruteak City. Yeah, I got there. Ecruteak City. Alright, someone's gonna comment and say that's not even how you pronounce it. But anyway, you know that city in Johto? Yeah, that one. The Kimono Girls are known for having evolutions, and so does Valerie. Hers is Sylveon, and I've always loved evolutions, so that's a huge plus for me. And I also think Fairy type is one of the coolest types, and again, my mascot is Dedenne, which is a Fairy type, so you should have seen it coming. And it's also great that she has a Mr. Mime. Like, that's so funny, because everyone just hates Mr. Mime because it's apparently scary, even though it's not scary. You're all so weird. And thanks to Valerie in the anime, we get this blessed image of Serena and Bonnie, and forever called Eureka in my heart, because that's her Japanese name. Them wearing kimonos and they're so cute, and my heart just melting. Look at that little Dedenne enjoying the spotlight, so cute. Her character is amazing. I love how she's kind of mysterious and creative and beautiful, and she is my #1 gym leader. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see some of my own made up fairy tale gyms, you can click on these annotations that I will maybe forget to add, but if they're here, you could click them. So stay strong, trainers. Bye!